Hey guys, Ranch here bringing all stock of commentary. This is going to be the first set in Group C of the round 32 of the, well, whatever MSL. The Ranch in MSL 2010 spring season. Yeah. It's going to be between Kwanro and Fantasy on match point. We're going to have Kwan at the upper right-hand corner, 1 o'clock as the green zerg, and he's already feeling kind of distracted and looking to his side, apparently. We're going to have Fantasy at the 7 o'clock bottom left-hand corner as the purple terran player. And as all SKT players these days, apparently, he is sponsored by Craze Burger with a K. So I'm really looking forward to this one. Kwanro and all-terran group. We're going to see whether this is a blessing or a curse as I find my sinkage. 36, 37, 38. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. Fantasy. It's a guy I haven't seen around much lately. I don't know. I just feel like I haven't seen him around much. I don't know why that is, but hey, that's the way I feel right now. Kwanro's a little bit unlucky in that this is an all-terran group because, well, it's his weakest matchup, and you got players like Fantasy, who's, well, not the best TVZ player out there, but he can get creative sometimes and catch you off guard. We're kind of past his craze mech days when he kind of, well, took everybody off guard with Valkyries and stuff like that. But he's also in a group with C and Mind, two very solid versus Zerg players, if I know my statistics correctly, which please God tell me I do. So he could be in a lot of trouble, but we're going to see whether his aggressive style manages to overcome. He's overcome. He's the type of player that can play well against anybody on a good day, even if he is only 50% against Terrans overall. He has taken down the best of them when he's at his best. He's beaten quite a few versus Zerg specialists. Light, for instance, in the last MSL, in a best of 5, no less. He's taken down Flash several times in big series. Kind of been one of his nemesi, is that? I don't know. But not anymore, really. Flash has kind of gotten enough revenge overall, I feel, against Kwanro. But, yeah, Kwanro is, I really like it that lately. He's consistently getting into decent positions in Star Leagues. He was, finished in the semis? Quarterfinals? No, quarterfinals last season. If I believe it, yeah, in the quarterfinals last season. And he's in the round of 16, the OSL currently as well. So he's doing a pretty good job, playing well for Winging Stars as he gets his hatchery out pretty early. Fantasy, meanwhile, going for that 1 Rex into expansion build that everybody really loves these days. Torheads from Kwanro following up with a spawning pool. And 1 Rex. No Marine to start off. Going for quite a quick command center without even building a Marine. I think it's a supply depot kind of as a blocking building at the front. Probably going to see a bunker next to it. And an overlord beam are going to fly in and going to spot this. So Kwanro's going to know what's happening. I'm going to see whether he actually switches over to hyper-aggression mode just as he sees this. Like, okay, he's going to go for an expo. This is going to be a shot for me to try to get those 6 Zerglings out there. Try to get a bunch of Zerglings and just rush him and try to pick him off quick as possible. And this could actually be a very good idea for Kwanro to do so. Just first Marine coming out now. See the refinery coming down already. So Fantasy might be gearing up for a mech build. So he might be teching up off 2 bases. And if he's indeed doing that, it could be a bad position. Early Lair coming in for Kwanro. So he might actually be thinking of rushing to Mutalisks or Lurkers. I think Mutalisks are more likely. Engineer coming down before Academy. So actually, no, never mind. This is most likely Medic Marines. Thought he might be rushing to Mech, but early Engineering Bay and early Fire just means he wants to get that Weapons 1. He wants to get that Weapons 1 started before he gets his stim. He's getting the scout full on inside of Kwanro's base, so he knows that there could be Mutalisks coming at him. So this could be a very smart idea from him, or it could backfire horrifically. He does have 3 SCVs blocking for I think a couple of Marines. Meanwhile, gets his SCVs get out there. Is putting down Academy at his natural, acting as a blockading building of all things, rather than putting down a bunker. Doesn't really have that many resources quite yet. So he's using every little bit he has as he gets his own economy going. So if he manages to push this back, he's going to reduce pushing overlord while spotting this complete SCV sitting there on the ground. Stock Zerglings going to come in. 5 Zerglings, they're going to be pushed back. 1 Zergling goes down. The rest of them going to be pushed back. Kwanro trying to find a position, but not quite having SCV blocking between the supply depot and Academy. Pretty good position for him. They're getting Weapons 1 in his eBay. We're going to be seeing this stim upgrade coming in. So this is going to be seeing how quickly these Mutalisks come out, how quickly turrets come down, because really Fantasy needs to start putting down some turrets pronto. Spire halfway down almost, and really he has to start putting down that Spire, because without that Spire he's going to be in a lot of trouble. Without turrets, I'm sorry, I'm talking about Fantasy here. Yeah, Fantasy's going to be in a lot of trouble if he doesn't start putting down some turrets. Kwanro going to have Those Zerglings at the front gonna try to run them in and try to do some sort of damage. And Green Bay still getting that weapons one going. Meanwhile, Kwanro gonna actually send a drone all the way down the row right. Gonna expand, I think. Yeah, gonna expand. Pick up his third gas. So we're gonna see how aggressive. Probably just to have his extra minerals because of his rushing to gas. Gonna see a concentration come up. Kwanro instantly moving some Zerglings in there. Gonna take a little bit of fire. Has to move them back. I'm not quite sure. Don't think he still has speed on those. Just rushing to get those moves. Had his second extract drop. Didn't quite see whether he had full mining on that or not. But we are probably going to see. Yeah, he was saving up his eggs. Probably going to have 6 eggs worth of mutas coming in while he gets his hatchery at the bottom right. Still don't see any turrets from Fantasy. Where are his turrets? He's putting down extra barracks. But see, I said it right this time. Not barracks. It's barracks. Extra barracks. But still don't see any turrets coming in from him, and really, he's going to be in a lot of trouble if he doesn't start putting some turrets, mining out his own blockading minerals. That's weird. But yeah, look at a lot of Mutalisks going to be popping in, and Kwanro, oh man. Don't tell me there's still no turrets out there. Fantasy! No! Just now, I think he's putting down a turret. Oh, dear lordy. What is he doing? Why are the turrets late? Is he at that eBay for an age? Dude, wow. Gonna push out with his Marines. They have stim ready. 4th barracks gonna come up. Is he gonna try to fight this off with nothing but medic Marines? This is gonna be impossible. He's gonna spot those Marines right. 1 turret, 2nd turret coming at the natural. The main, no turrets whatsoever. Nothing but barracks. Medic Marines gonna pop it. All gonna die. No turrets at the main. And Kwanro's gonna sit on top of his barracks with those mutas. Gonna kill anything that comes out. Fantasy gonna go out and try to do a counterattack while he watches his SCVs die. What is going on? And yeah, that's the only thing Kwanro needs to do. Just putting down his Sunkens at the front, and that's it. He's gonna be able to hold this back. All of the SCVs being pulled off the line by Fantasy, and just by not putting down, what's going on? He knew the lair was coming in. I'm guessing he expected 2 base lurkers. He expected a lurker attack, but put down a couple of turrets just to be safe. Entire main massacred, everybody killed, all the SCVs dying, going, why have you done this to us, Fantasy? Why? Our death is on your hands. Putting down turrets all over the place in the main now, but Kwanro dominating this. Fantasy does have that early weapons 1, but what was the point of that early weapons 1 if you're not going to be able to have turrets to support those troops with? Oh, God. Zerg is coming on the ground. Mutalisks is going to actually engage those turrets. Going to try to take them all down. He's desperately trying to repair and keep the turrets alive. The turrets go down. Only turrets on the south side ready now. Zerg is coming in as well. Mutalisks are going to be able to just continue flying and picking those turrets up there in a large enough number. Yeah, 1 turret left. And Medic Marines nowhere to be seen. Kwanro has already gotten his 3rd base off. Medic Marines coming in now, doing some damage, picked up a Mutalist there, but Kwanro in absolutely dominating position. Now ACV's coming off the line into the main. Fantasy has put up a couple of turrets there to try to defend while the Mutalists were flying away. All of his ACVs is in the main now, but no turrets near the main, just 1 turret outside the barracks. Fantasy, oh god, I don't even want to count how many SCVs. 1 Mutalist got 6 kills, another couple have 1. Just the amount of SCV kills is insane. Kwanro pursing his lips like, I got this. I got this. Just keep flying them around. Keep microing. Deny mining. Natural expansion is going to die again. He's just getting up even more Mutalisks. He's going to have a huge amount of reinforcements. Yeah, just reinforcing his Mutalisks right now. Still a huge grouping. No shot for Fantasy to get back into this game. Absolutely nothing. I find myself raising one eyebrow and staring at him incredulously. What was Fantasy thinking? Not putting up a turret or 2 or 5 even. Really, gonna go for an attack again. Gonna scan the natural. Gonna spot a 3rd sunken colony morphing in and a 4th creep colony coming down. He's gonna try to go for this because he knows that's the only thing he can do. He has almost no mining whatsoever. Kwanro, meanwhile, just gonna fly back with his mules. Does take a little bit of damage because of those Medic Marine weapons 1 advantage, but still not enough. Not enough. Middle's gonna just fly into the main. Zergling's going to pick up everything. Every single last SCV going to die. 5 Marines, they're ready to die valiantly alongside a turret while the Zerglings come in and pick them off. Barracks are now fully attacked and everything. So at the very least, Fantasy, he's just going to go inside a main. But Kwanro just putting down million Sunkens, and he knows this is the only thing. Fantasy doesn't know about the low right hand, but even if he took that out, no shot at him anyway. No shot for him anyway to get back into this. We're going to be CGG the second he runs in with those Medic Marines and get picks off. There's even a few Mutalisks to fight him back as well. These sunken colonies are going to rip all of these Medic Marines apart. Fantasy, just by not doing something as fundamental as putting down a few turrets, loses the game. GG. He's going to move up to the losers. Kwanro, basically a win handed to him there. So that was disappointing, extremely. So yeah, he just followed through and did what he needed to do. So GG guys, wrenching out there listening. Hope you enjoyed. And when I say GG, I mean it sarcastically. Fantasy, what? Later.